Hey race fans, we're in the pits here at Elko Speedway. Every driver here has a number. Let's find out the story behind each driver's name.
I was born in 1988 on August 8th, and I was my grandma's 8th grandchild, and I was born at 8 o'clock. So everything's kind of been an 8, but there was already an 8 taken, so I just added a 0 in front of it.
You know, I don't really know where that came from. I like the number 27. That was my first choice when I started in quarter midgets, but 10 was option number 2 for some reason, and I stuck with that ever since.
Funny thing is, it was my first hockey number. Played hockey for the last 15 years as number 40. That's how we got the car number. So, short little answer for that one.
I got my number because we're big Earnhardt fans, and the number 8 was taken and number 3 was taken, so Junior drove the 81 on Nationwide Series.
I got my number 40 from my late uncle, Dwayne. Every year at Elko, we have a memorial race for him. The winner always gets a grandfather clock, but he also won a points championship, I think, here in 1992 and a couple years over at Raceway Park.
I got my number, actually I started off being 22 because my dad was born May 22nd. So when he quit racing, I took over his number. And then when we came here, Josiah King actually had my number, so I had to change. So because my dad was born on May 22nd, I took my number, which is 8, because I was born October 8th.
It was normally 65, but then when I took like 5 years off for racing, and then Adam Radisky, they got 65, so I went back in the Enduro series. I just switched the numbers around, and then later find out here was a brother. He was 56. Adam was 65, so I just stuck with the number 56, and I started winning when I changed the number around, so it worked. I was pretty happy with it.
My number is 10, and I was born on July 10th, and so I just went with the 10.
Well, we built this car in my auto class in school. Every year they just go one up, and last year's number was 81, so this year's number is 82.
Actually, the first car I bought had 21 on it, and I bought it the day of the race, and 1 was the easiest number to make into a 4, so it became 24.
Me and my dad have been huge Dale Earnhardt fans since I've been a little kid, and we just always thought it'd be really cool to just follow that number, and you know, it's kind of like a tribute to Dale, so it's kind of like, it's just what we've been.
The year I was born. Yes, I'm old.
Well, I originally started out with the number 11, and that's always been my softball number. And so when I came here to Elko in 2007, somebody had already taken that number and held it. And so I just had to pick a number, and I told Eric, I said, just go for the next number on the list, and it was number 18, because I really had no preference.
The first car I ever bought was number 11, and so that would be Roman numeral 11, which would be for 2. So, and when I was racing short trackers, I was number 2. And then I came to Elko Speedway to race a Thunder car. 2 was taken, so naturally I had to go with 02.
Somebody had my original number 8, so I decided to go with 88, so it was wide open, and worked for me after I picked that the first weekend. I just stuck with it ever since. Good number.
My number actually used to be 88, which when I transitioned here was taken by Alex Akey. So I picked 11 because it's double 1. I'm hoping to proclaim that soon. I have 2 wins.
And I grew up by the State Fair, and they had sprint car races there. There were 3 sprint cars owned by a sprint car owner named Diz Wilson, 70, 71, and 72. They were orange, yellow, and red. That's how I got the number and the color.
You know what? I used to be 19 and 4 and 66 and all kinds of different numbers. And then I was racing karts, and my buddy told me the old hee-haw saying, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Therefore, the green 13. I can't go wrong.
My number I chose because it's my number, because I wanted a number that wasn't any other driver's, because at the time I started I was a younger kid, and I knew people were going to be asking me, whose number is that? And I thought, you know what, I really want my number. So I thought of one I hadn't seen on TV before, so that's my number.